originality. John 7:16-17 Jesus' teaching is in harmony with God's law, so it should be obvious that he is seeking God's glory, not his own. Then Jesus says, Moses gave you the law, did he not? But not one of you obeys the law. Why are you seeking to kill me? Some in the crowd, probably visitors from outside the city, are unaware of such efforts. It seems inconceivable to them that anyone would want to kill a teacher like him. Hence, they conclude that something must be wrong with Jesus for him to make that claim. You have a demon, they say. Who is seeking to kill you? John 7:19-20. Actually, a year and a half earlier, the Jewish leaders wanted to kill Jesus after he had healed a man on the Sabbath. Jesus now uses a thought-provoking line of reasoning and exposes their unreasonableness. He calls attention to the fact that under the law, a baby boy is to be circumcised on the 8th day, even if it is the Sabbath. Then he asks, if a man receives circumcision on a Sabbath so that the law of Moses may not be broken, are you violently angry at me because I made a man completely well on a Sabbath? Stop judging by the outward appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. John 7:23-24. Residents of Jerusalem who are aware of the situation comment, this is the man the rulers are seeking to kill, is it not? And yet see, he is speaking in public, and they say nothing to him. Have the rulers come to know for certain that this is the Christ? Why, then, do the people not believe that Jesus is the Christ? We know where this man is from. Yet when the Christ comes, no one is to know where he is from, they say. John 7:25-27. Right there at the temple, Jesus answers, you know me and you know where I am from. And I have not come of my own initiative, but the one who sent me is real, and you do not know him. I know him, because I am a representative from him, and that one sent me. John 7:28-29. In response to that clear statement, there is an attempt to lay hold of Jesus, either to imprison him or to kill him. However, the attempt fails because it is not yet time for Jesus to die. Many, though, put faith in Jesus, as they should. He has walked on water, calmed the in Jerusalem for the Festival of Tabernacles. John 7:11-32. 158 winds, miraculously fed thousands with a few loaves and fish, cured the sick, made the lame walk, opened the eyes of the blind, cured lepers, and even raised the dead. Yes, they have good reason to ask. When the Christ comes, he will not perform more signs than this man has done, will he? John 7:31. When the Pharisees hear the crowd saying these things, they and the chief priests sent out officers to arrest Jesus. Jesus teaches at the temple. When Jesus arrives at the festival, what are people saying about him? Jesus uses what reasoning to show that he is not violating the law of God? Why do many put faith in Jesus? 66-159. Jesus is still in Jerusalem for the Festival of Tabernacles or Booths. He is pleased that many of the crowd put faith in him. That does not please the religious leaders, however. They sent officers, who function as religious police, to arrest him. John 7:31-32. Yet, Jesus does not try to hide. Rather, Jesus keeps on teaching publicly in Jerusalem, saying, I will be with you a little while longer before I go to the one who sent me. You will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am you cannot come. John 7:33-34. The Jews do not understand, so they say among themselves, where does this man intend to go, so that we will not find him? He does not intend to go to the Jews dispersed among the Greeks and teach the Greeks, does he? What does he mean when he says, you will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am you cannot come? John 7:35-36. Jesus, however, is speaking of his death and resurrection to heaven, and his enemies cannot follow him there. The 7th day of the festival arrives. Each morning of the festival, a priest has poured out water taken from the pool of Siloam, so that it flowed to the base of the temple's altar. Likely reminding the people of this practice, Jesus cries out, If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink.